Here we are at the top of Scotts Bluff in Nebraska. The view is amazing. At South Overlook Trail, 1/8 of a mile. Pretty simple walk. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We're doing this hike only because it's 1/8 of a mile. It's pretty short. Normally we don't hike in this kind of weather because it's close to 100 degrees right now. Tomorrow morning we'll get here early and we'll do some hiking before it gets too hot and before the crowd shows up. But for now we'll just take a quick jaunt, 1/8 of a mile. So this feature right here is called Saddle Rock. Not as dramatic of a drop off as I thought it was going to be. At least not this part. It has a nice view of the valley. All right. There's one of the tunnels we came in. There's the visitor center right in there. So I don't know if you can see those people down there. There's a trail that we're going to take tomorrow. Starts all the way up there at the visitor center. It's 1.67 or 1.87 miles. I guess it's pretty strenuous. It goes all the way to the top of Scotts Bluff. So we'll do that in the morning when it's nice and cool. So the road to the top of Scotts Bluff from the visitor center is less than 2 miles. A couple tunnels you have to go through. Trailers, campers are not allowed, and the ceiling height's not very high, maybe 10 foot, if that. So the Overlook Trail is at the top of the Scotts Bluff, and like I said, it's only 1/8 of a mile. Pretty short walk. It's all blacked up. Good morning, everybody. Day 2, Scotts Bluff. We're going to hike the Castle Rock Trail, which is 1.27 or 1.67. It's supposed to be pretty strenuous when we get toward the top. So we'll film as much as we can before we have to put this thing down and do some hard climbing. Hope you enjoyed today's video. And we begin. Typical NPS fashion, we have a sidewalk which might be 1.6 miles long. We'll see. Nice day. 60 something, right? 60, 60s?
67.
67. Be 95 today, so we'll get this done early. I guess there's some kind of a solar car competition or just a meet here at the visitor center. Looks like MIT is here and a couple other universities across country. They have their little solar powered cars. They're buzzing up and down the streets, doing whatever they do. Kind of interesting. If they're here when we come back, we'll do a quick video and see what these guys are up to. Scotts Bluff in the morning. Where's Bucks?
A couple of them.
Yeah. So I think the trail we're taking snakes through here and goes up top, I think. Guess we'll find out shortly. I think that's the strenuous part they're talking about. Do that little switchback and start going up. So far it's pretty easy. Bring water, sneakers, or hiking boots, whatever. Nothing special. Of course, get here early, so it's not so hot out. And the view is much better in this early morning. The sun's. We started the uphill part of this hike. They weren't kidding. It's pretty steep. I mean, I don't mean to exaggerate, but it's. You get a workout, no doubt. But it's only a 1.67 miles, so it's fairly short. If you can see that tunnel, that's where the trail goes, I think. Maybe not. No, probably not. Well, it looks like the tunnel that we're going to use is over there. So, starting to flat out, get a little flat. It's not too bad. That first section was pretty tough for a couple old farts. Ooh, yeah, sucking some wind. Well, now I'm confused, because that is just a big bold pile of tumbleweed, and the trail just keeps going up. Whew. So that original tunnel I pointed out is where we're going. And getting closer to our tunnel. We gotta stop and watch a couple deer across the path down below us. Look at that view. It's a good reason to stop for a rest. Check out the view. Well, you can see how the side of the mountain is just slowly eroding in layers, little by little. Well, here comes our tunnel. Let's see how far in it goes. See what kind of view we have on the other side. Oh, that's short. Yeah, the views just never get old around here. Might be able to see the campground from this side, possibly. That's a nice view of the valley. All right, onward. Getting close to the top. The scenic drive is less than 2 miles, so the trail that we're on is probably going to dump us out in the same parking lot, I would imagine. Switchback. Totally different direction from what I expected. Whew. Whew. Stop for water. Well, we made it to the top. It's the final few feet. And we're done. Check out the view. Still, it's going to be hazy for quite a while. You got that fire going on in California. It's called the Park Fire, which is unfortunate. Burned down quite a few homes, 130, I believe. One person died. It was actually a firefighter dropping retardant on the fire. It was a pilot. And we are not at the top.
Oh.
Nope. We still have to go way up there. That's the parking lot.
Yep.
Huh.
Let's do it.
Bummer. Thought we were done.
How far did we go?
Ah, boy. All right, let's do it. So this is all volcanic ash from an eruption millions and millions of years ago. That's why the road's so fast. Not from me touching it. It's so porous, and as soon as the water hits it, it just dissolves it. Hey, onward. Now, if you don't like heights, this is a part of the trail you probably don't want to do. There's no guardrails. There's nothing between you and about 300 feet down to the bottom. So if you get vertigo or just don't like heights, yeah, probably not a good place to walk. Let's see if I can get close without freaking out here. Yep. Not for me. I know my limits. Yeah, they weren't kidding when they said this trail is strenuous. So we're getting to the side of this mountain, all these switchbacks. You know, rising elevation is pretty steep. Whew. But it's well worth it. The view is amazing. It's like any national park. The view just never gets old. Well, that's it. It's the top of Saddle Rock Trail. It's Scotts Bluff. 1.67 miles. That's one way. I thought it was two. So you can take the scenic road down if you want to walk, as long as you're off the road by 9 a.m. because that's when the rangers open it to the public. But you're more than welcome to walk the road down, which would be another 1.5 miles, I believe. So this is a North Rim Trail. Yeah, it's a small loop. Looks like maybe 1/8 of a mile.
Yeah.
If that. It's pretty tiny.
Actually, it's a 1/2 mile.
Said 1/2 mile?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Holy cow.
Oh, so many choices. Which way do we go?
Right?
Yeah, let's go left.
Well, to the right's just a bench.
Yeah, this is the end of the North Trail. Of course, we have another good outlook.
Remember we saw her in the video.
Oh yeah. Look at all that farmland. It's part of the Platte River. Look at that. Well, folks, that is the top of Scotts Bluff. We're going to take the scenic road down. This road opens at 9 a.m., so as long as we're off the road by 9, we're good. There's another shorter trail at the base of the mountain next to the visitor center. Has a couple replica wagons, covered wagons, and that trail runs alongside a section of the Oregon Trail and the Mormon Trail. So we will go check that out shortly. We decided to take the scenic road down the mountain, but you do have to be off of this road by 9 o'clock in the morning. As you can see, the roads are narrow. There's a lot of sharp blind corners. They don't want bicyclists or pedestrians walking up here when the road opens. Just there's no place for anybody to go. So it's pretty dangerous if you want to do. But we're going to try our best to get off this road. We have about 1 hour and 5 minutes. It's a little over a mile and a half-ish. So I'm gonna put the camera away and get hustling. Well, here's one of the tunnels on the scenic road. There's 3 of these, and there's a reason why they don't want people coming up here with trailers or RVs. The roads are narrow, for one thing. The roads are steep, and the tunnel is not that tall. Not enough to get a 13-foot high fifth wheel through here, or Class A. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Here's a replica of what they used when they were doing the westward expansion. Some use oxen just because they could go farther and pull more. Some use horses. Of course, the covered wagons. Yeah, there were thousands of these things going cross country. And of course, what they don't talk about in the history books are the people going east. When they got to the west, decided they didn't like what they saw, or it wasn't for them. So they went to east. But you don't hear about that in the history books, just the westward expansion. One last look at Scotts Bluff before we leave. Well, folks, that is Scotts Bluff in a nutshell. Unfortunately, we're running out of battery, so we can't show this hike, but this is part of the Oregon Trail. So if you see us on the road, say hi. If you have any comments, leave them down below. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us.